All right, let's dive into one of those algebra topics that can feel like a real puzzle. We're talking about factoring trinomials, but with a special twist. It's a small detail, but believe me, it makes all the difference.
You ever been there? You're cruising along, factoring like a pro, and then, bam, you hit a problem with a big old minus sign at the end and everything just stops? Well, if that's you, you're in the right place. Because there's a super simple rule that's going to turn this speed bump into an open road.
So let's think about this as a new kind of puzzle. You've already got the basic skills, right? We're just adding one new, tiny twist to the game.
You're probably a champ at factoring when that last number, the c, is positive. You know the drill. Find two numbers that multiply to c and add up to b. But the second you see a problem like x squared minus 2x minus 15, well, that's a whole different ballgame. The rules have to change just a little bit.
And that new strategy? It all comes down to one really simple, really powerful idea. Seriously, once this clicks, you're never going to get stuck on these again. We're just going to call it the sign rule. So here it is, the big secret. If that last number in the trinomial is negative, you know without a doubt that your two parentheses are going to have opposite signs. One's going to be a plus, the other's going to be a minus. Every single time. It's a guarantee.
And because those signs are different, here's the most important shift in your thinking. We are no longer looking for two numbers that add up to that middle term. Nope. Now we're on the hunt for two numbers that multiply to c but have a difference that equals b. That's it. That's the whole key.
So you might be asking, how do I know which number gets the plus and which gets the minus? Well, think of it like a little battle. The plus and the minus are fighting. Who wins? Just look at the sign of the middle term. The bigger of your two factors always gets to wear the sign of that middle term. It's the heavyweight champion.
Okay, enough theory. Math makes the most sense when you actually do it, right? So let's walk through 3 examples together and we'll really nail this down.
All right, first one up, x squared plus 2x minus 15. The first thing I see is that negative 15. Ding, ding, ding. My signs are going to be different. So I need factors of 15 that have a difference of 2. How about 3 and 5? Yep, 5 minus 3 is 2. Perfect. Now for the signs. The middle term is a positive 2, so the bigger factor, the 5, has to be positive. That means the 3 gets the minus sign. Boom! Our answer, x plus 5 times x minus 3.
Let's try another one. X squared minus 4x minus 12. Again, my eyes go right to that negative 12. So, opposite signs. Now, what factors of 12 have a difference of 4? Well, 2 and 6 do. Great. This time, our middle term is a negative 4, so the bigger factor, the 6, has to be the negative 1. That leaves the plus for the 2. Final answer, x minus 6, x plus 2. See how that rule just keeps working? Okay, let's level up. This one looks a little intimidating. But what's the first golden rule of factoring? Always look for a greatest common factor. And look at that, we can pull a 3 out of everything here. So that simplifies things to 3 times the quantity x squared minus x minus 20. Now we just focus on what's in the parentheses. We need factors of 20 with a difference of 1. That's got to be 4 and 5. The middle term is a negative 1, so the bigger number, 5, gets the minus sign. But don't forget about that 3 we pulled out. He has to come back for the final answer. 3 times x minus 5, x plus 4.
Now, like any new skill, there are a couple of classic mistakes that everyone makes at first. So let's shine a spotlight on them right now so you can just sidestep them completely.
Okay, this is by far the #1 mistake. Just putting the plus and minus on the wrong numbers. Let's say you write down x plus 6, x minus 2. If you quickly check it, you'll see your middle term comes out to positive 4x. But wait, that's not what you wanted. But it's actually good news. It tells you your numbers, 6 and 2, are correct. You just need to flip the signs. It's a super easy fix, but you'll only catch it if you take that extra second to check your work.
The other big trap is just forgetting to switch your brain from add mode to subtract mode. Your brain is so trained that when you see a 6, you think 2 and 3, because they add to 5. But remember our new rule? That negative sign at the end is a signal. It means you have to find the difference. The correct thought process should be, okay, the difference between 3 and 2 is 1, not 2 plus 3 is 5.
So why are we doing all this? Is this just a bunch of abstract math problems? Not at all. You'd be surprised where this exact skill shows up in the real world.
Think about a business. They use these kinds of equations all the time to figure out their profit. And when they want to find their break-even points, the point where they're not making or losing money, they have to factor the equation. And guess what? They often get 2 answers, one positive, one negative. That negative answer,
It might represent a time before the company even started. It's totally useless information. The positive answer, though, that's the real goal they need to shoot for. So understanding these signs isn't just about passing a test, it's about knowing which answer actually matters in the real world.
So there you have it. That negative C challenge isn't so challenging after all, is it? Once you know the sign rule, it's simple. You look for the difference, and the bigger factor takes the sign of the middle. You've officially got this tool in your algebra toolkit. So what's next? Go find some problems and put it to work.